Being recorded. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Finding Passion and Purpose, your path to spiritual growth. I'm Heather Baldwin, and today's episode is a really special one. And this is a bonus episode because it is my birthday. I am turning 49 today. So before we dive in, I want to ask you to take a second to make sure that you're subscribed so you never miss an episode. And if you've been enjoying these episodes and conversations, it means the world to me if you would leave a rating, a comment, share it with your friends, share it on your stories. And that's truly how we grow this community of soulful, purpose-driven women. And don't forget, I have a free spiritual alignment quiz in the show notes. And drumroll, I'm releasing today, should be live up on my website, a free guided meditation. And I wanted to release that today on my birthday as well as a gift to all of you who have been so faithful. And if you're new, I encourage you to go back and listen to previous episodes and check them out. So, turning 49 feels like a milestone. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you're 40, you're 50. Those are more milestones. But I don't know. A lot has changed this year. And honestly, I'm so proud to be here because there was a time that I didn't think that I'd make it to this version of myself. Years ago, I was completely burnt out. I was working myself into the ground. I was barely getting by. I was on government assistance, behind on rent. Our utilities were getting shut off numerous times. I was just stuck in survival mode, believing that I was only worth something if I was struggling and working hard. And honestly, I didn't have the tools. I didn't have the awareness or even the quote unquote permission to imagine and dream something different for myself. But I now realize that every experience, even all those hard ones, became part of becoming this woman that I am today. This woman that knows how to use her voice. The woman who guides others to their own truth. The woman who knows her story isn't something to hide anymore, or be ashamed of, or hide from, but something to share so it can be a light to someone else's path. So I wanted to share a few of the biggest lessons that I've learned in these past 49 years that have taught me, because if you're listening, I have a feeling you might need to hear them. So I know I just said we're talking about permission, but ultimately it's kind of a dual thing. I share my story to help give you permission to be your authentic self, but really you don't need permission from anyone. If you're waiting for someone to say that you're good enough, that will just keep you small. So you get to choose. Life is about choices, and you get to choose what life you want to live. You don't need someone to tell you what kind of life to live. You get to choose. And just like I'm sharing my story, finding my voice, your voice also is medicine to the world. even if it shakes and cracks and is scratchy, or even if you're scared, your truth can heal others, not just you. Somebody is waiting for your truth. And another lesson that I've learned is that it's never too late. Whether you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and you're just getting started, we all have different paths. We cannot ever compare ourselves because we all have different experiences. And so sometimes I used to look back and be like, why are they in their late 20s and 30s and they have like all this stuff together? Like, why am I comparing myself to someone else just because life happened for them? They made different choices. I made the choices that I made. This is where I'm at. Accept that, embrace it. It's your story. It's you. And there's only one of you. So it's never too late. Just know that it's never too late. So what makes this episode even more special is that my birthday always falls around the full moon in July. In the previous episode, I made a mistake and said it's the full moon in Cancer because it is Cancer season, but it's actually the full moon in Capricorn. And if you didn't listen to the previous episode, to know that when I was born, it was technically a full moon that night before. I was born in the morning, actually like late morning, mid-morning. And yeah, so I just missed the full moon, but I have always loved a full moon and just getting out there and absorbing that energy. There's just something so magical about it. And so every year I try to do the rituals. And of course, I do rituals around every full moon and every new moon, but around my birthday and when it's the full moon. This year, I took an amazing grounding bath. I went out in my garden, and it was not on the full moon because I thought, well, I could take a nice grounding bath on the full moon, but I wanted all the plants and herbs that I was going to go collect out of my garden for my grounding bath to absorb all that full moon energy. So I did it the next day or the next night. And I went and got all sorts of herbs and flowers. And then I just kind of tore them all up and put them in a bath with oils and salts. And yeah, it was just the most amazing, beautiful bath. So, and I also around this time try to just ask myself questions. And I did these in the last episode, but ask yourself these also. You can do it at the beginning of the month, at the full moon, the new moon, but what are you ready to let go of? You know, like what are you ready to let go of right now? What old story is keeping you small? And what do you want to call in next? We can look at our future as, what is the next step? What do you want to call in next? It doesn't need to be for a whole year or 5 years. It can be for the next week. What do we want to call in for this week? So this birthday, I'm releasing, all these little last bits of guilt for choosing myself. I'm releasing the fear of being seen too much. I'm releasing the belief that I have to hustle and struggle to be worthy. And I'm calling in deeper freedom and more authenticity, a softer, more feminine, surrendered way of serving. Because most of my life I've had to be in my masculine, and it's been a struggle. But there's parts where it's important to be in your masculine as a woman. I think that's just for everybody. I think it's important for men to be in their feminine and in their masculine, but I think it's important as women to really embrace your feminine side and release that masculine side that's sometimes takes over a little bit, So it's okay to embrace that feminine side. So I wanted to do just a little brief meditation just as my gift to you right now at this moment. Like I said, I do have a longer guided meditation with music, and that is up on my website, loveandsolace.com. So let me get a drink of water here, and I'll just take you through a short, brief little meditation just to get present with yourself and reconnect with yourself. So if you're safe to do so, obviously, if you're not driving, don't close your eyes, but you can listen to it and still benefit, whether you're walking out in nature, whether you're walking at the gym, wherever you're at, it'll be a benefit to you. So I invite you to take a deep breath in and slowly let it out. And let go of all that weight that you've been carrying. Picture all those old stories that you've been telling yourself fall away like dead leaves. And imagine yourself standing in a clear, open space with sunlight shining down on you, bathing your whole entire body. And feel how it would be to choose yourself right here and right now. Breathe in that possibility and exhale anything that says you can't. Just breathe in and blow it out. And stay here for another breath or two. And with that, know that you are free to release. You are free to receive. You are free to become. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back to the present moment. I just want to thank you all for sharing this birthday moment with me. And it really means so much to me because I know that you can be doing 100 other things. So again, if this episode spoke to you, please share it with someone who needs it. Post it on your stories, tag me, leave a review, and it just helps this work that I'm doing get to other people. And don't forget to check the show notes for all the links for the new guided meditation, spiritual alignment quiz. If you're looking to be supported more one-on-one, I have one-on-one sessions, a soul clarity session. If you're looking to just see if coaching is even something you're interested in, I have my spiritual self-discovery bundle, a very inexpensive tool of journaling, rituals, and of course on Amazon I have my gratitude journal that has daily prompts and can really help you on your journey if you're just getting started. So here's to choosing yourself. Here's to becoming your true, authentic self and coming back to your essence of you. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next time.